it's Sir Vicente here with SS Multimedia, and today we're going to be studying shapes that have the same area but different perimeters. Our objective is to understand that you can have the same area but not always the same perimeter. So let's get started. So we have a few examples here. We have 4 by 6, 3 by 8, and 2 by 12. So let's multiply these out to see what we got. So we know the area is just length times base, so let me write that out. So these are going to be the formulas. L times B is going to be area, and L plus B plus B is going to be P, which is perimeter. L stands for length, B stands for base, and A stands for area, P stands for perimeter. So let's multiply the area out for this one. 4 times 6 is equal to 24 units squared. So let's look at the next one. This one's going to be 3 times 8. That's going to equal 24 units squared. And this one is going to be 12 times 2, and that's going to be 24 units squared too. Great, they all have the same area, but do they have the same perimeter? Well, let's find out. We're going to be adding all of them together to figure out. So we're going to do 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6, because that's the formula of a perimeter, like it said up here. 4 plus 4 is 8, 6 plus 6 is 12. 8 plus 12 is going to be 20. So we know that our perimeter is 20 units. So let's check the next one. We know that 3 plus 3 plus 8 plus 8. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 8 plus 8 is going to be 16. 16 plus 6 is 22 units. You can already see that both of these are different. 20 and 22 are going to be different numbers. So let's check the last one. We have 12 plus 12 plus 2 plus 2. 12 plus 12 is 24. 2 plus 2 is going to be 4. 24 plus 4 is going to be 28. So right here we have 3 different perimeters. We have 20, we have 22, and we have 28. So even though they all had an area of 24, 24, 24, they all have different perimeters. Sometimes they're going to have the same perimeters, but most likely not. The reason they have different perimeters but the same areas, because 4 times 6 is equal to 24, right? But when you add 4 plus 4, 4 and 3 are different numbers, and 6 and 8 are different numbers too, because 4 plus 4 is 8, 3 plus 3 is 6, and they're not equal. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 8 plus 8 is 16. Again, not equal. So when we add them together, they're not generally going to be equal. And that's the same for here. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Those are not equal. 8 plus 8 is 16, and 12 plus 12 is 24. Again, not equal. So that's why you can't always have the same perimeter, the same area. Occasionally you will have the same perimeter, but it does not happen often. So always make sure to check your perimeter by using this formula, because it's most likely not going to be equal to the area. So now it's problem. Feel free to pause this video and try these problems out on your own. I'm going to be showing you how to do them anyways. Now that you're back, let's do this. Find the perimeter of these 3 rectangles. We're finding the perimeter, remember, not the area, but the perimeter. Which has the greatest perimeter and which has the least? Well, if I just look at them straight up, I can already see that they all have the same area. 4 times 3 is going to be 12 units squared. 6 times 2 is going to be 12 units squared. And 12 times 1 is going to be 12 units squared again. But they're most likely not going to have the same perimeter. But we're going to find out. Remember, the perimeter formula is L plus B plus B. Means we're going to be doing 2 lengths and 2 bases, and that equals P, which is perimeter. So let's do it on this one. The length is going to be 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, and 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. That equals a total of 14. So our perimeter is going to be 14 units. So let's do the next one. We know that we're going to do 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 6. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 16 units. Again, there's a difference. 14 and 16 are not the same, even though they have the same area. So let's check this one. We have 12 plus 12 plus 1 plus 1. 12 plus 12 is equal to 24, and 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 24 plus 2 is equal to 26 units. So that is a different area than all of them. So if we look at this, we immediately can see that 26 is the greatest perimeter. 26 equals greatest. But which one's the least? Well, we know that 14 is less than 16, so we can say 14 is the least. So we know that 14 is the lowest perimeter there is. So let's try these three now. So if we look at them again, we can see that they all have the same area. This 6 times 3 is 18 units squared, 2 times 9 is 18 units squared, and 18 times 1 is also 18 units squared. But I doubt that they're going to have the same perimeter. So let's find out. 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3, well, let's do this. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 3 plus 3 is 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. So that's the same as our area. So sometimes the perimeter and the area will be the same, which is kind of nice. So we know that our perimeter is going to be 18 units. Let's try the next one. 9 plus 9 plus 2 plus 2. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 2 is going to be 22 units. That's not the same as 18. You can already see that. So let's do our last one. Here we have 18 plus 18 plus 1 plus 1. 18 plus 18 is 36, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So we know that our perimeter is going to be 36 units. So right off the bat, we can see that 36 is the largest there is. So 36 equals greatest. But which one's the least? Well, we can see that 18 is going to be smaller than 22, so we can say 18 has the lowest perimeter. So it's the least. So let's do our next one. Again, I can see that they have the same area. 4 times 4 is 16 units squared, and 8 times 2 is also 16 units squared. And here we have 16 times 1, which is 16 units squared again. But we need to find our perimeter now. So we're going to do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That's also going to be 16 units. That's kind of cool. Like this one, we had 18 and 18. Here we have 16 and 16. This one, we can figure out why, because when we're doing 4 times 4, we're adding 4 times. So both of these are going to be equivalent. So here we got 16, and when we multiplied, we got 16 units squared too. So that's why these both are the same. Let's look at this one. Here we're going to do 2 plus 2 plus 8 plus 8. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 8 plus 8 is 16. 4 plus 16 is going to be 20 units. So that's going to be our perimeter. 16 is less than 20 already. So we're going to be looking at our last block right here. We're going to do 16 plus 16 and 1 plus 1. 16 plus 16 is 32, and 1 plus 1 is 2. 32 plus 2 is equal to 34. So immediately, we can see that our greatest is going to be 34 units. And we can see our least is going to be 16 units too. So the lowest perimeter will be 16. So let's move on to our final problem. Draw 2 rectangles that have the same area but have different perimeters. So we can do any number that's not a prime number, like 9. So let's do 9. So I'm going to draw 2 different rectangles that have the same area but different perimeters. So this is going to be 3 by 3. So you may be thinking, oh, but this is supposed to be a square. But remember, a square is a type of rectangle. So that's why it falls under rectangles. So 3 times 3 is going to be 9. But what is the perimeter? That's going to be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. That's going to be 12. So we actually got a perimeter greater than our area. So our perimeter is going to be 12 units. And then our perimeter over here is going to be 9 plus 9 plus 1 plus 1. That's going to be 18 plus 2, and that's going to be 20 units. So they both are different. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to turn on our notification bell to find out when we have new videos like this. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment